The only reason why I ask you to share your homework with me personally rather than in the group is I don't want you to copy each other. If you give me that confidence that you don't have this tendency and you don't want to do it, you don't want to copy each other, your friend's homework, then I don't have a problem. Just put the homework in the group. No worries. Now, grammar spot. Look at the expressions of quantity in A, B, and C. Expressions of quantity: a lot of, a little, a few, any, much. These are called expressions of quantity. Which group goes with plural countable nouns? Which goes with uncountable nouns? Which goes with both? There are three groups, A, B, and C. Look at group A. Have how much, not much, a little. It goes with countable nouns, uncountable nouns, or both.
Uncountable.
Uncountable nouns. Look at B. How many, not many, a few. This group goes with countable nouns. Let me share my screen. Though everybody has the book, they will find it a little bit more comfortable, maybe. And look at group C: some, any, not any, no, a lot of, lots of. Now, group C goes with
Both.
both. You can use them
Both.
with plural nouns. You can also use them with uncountable nouns. Find examples of the expressions in 3. Okay, find examples of these expressions in 3. How much? What is the example with how much?
How
How
much
much
baby
money do you
food?
have?
How much baby food do you eat in a day? How much baby food do you eat in a day?
Day.
Ask each other another question using how much. How much water do you drink on a daily basis? Answer. How much water do you drink on a daily basis? You're being very precise. Don't you want to use something like roughly about 4 liters, about 4 liters? You're being very precise. 4 liters of water. Do you measure it? It has to be 4 liters, not 4 liters, 100 milliliters, 400. Bottle of 2 liters, and you make sure that you drink 2 bottles of that. That's good. Mm. Mm. Yeah, I also drink a lot of water. I, on most days, I easily drink in excess of 4 liters of water. On most days, sometimes, when you're very busy, when you don't have water, around you, then maybe 3 to 4 liters. First, I drink a liter of water early morning. So 1 liter is given. 1 liter is given. Every morning I drink 1 liter water, almost every morning. Next expression is not much. What was the example? Not much. Find the example with not much in exercise 3. Yes, that is not much. Isn't much means is not much. There isn't much sugar in it. If there isn't much sugar in it. Found the example? The third is a little. Give an example with a little. Number 5. Give me the sentence.
A little milk.
A little milk. A little milk. Next, B. How many?
How many taste buds?
How many taste buds do you have? You have a plural noun, right? Taste buds. Not many. Do you find the example?
I don't like many sweet things.
Yeah, not many sweet things. Not many sweet things. Things is a plural noun. So with B, we use plural nouns. A few.
A few
I can only eat a few.
Few what?
spinach and
What?
strawberries.
Few.
I can only eat a
Sprouts.
few
Oh, spinach.
olives.
No, no, no. Olives actually.
Okay. So olives is also plural noun. So we have seen examples that with B, the expressions of quantity in B, with them we use plural nouns. Now let's look at C, some, any. Do you have examples here?
I drink
Any
some.
coffee, any coffee. Coffee is uncountable. Okay. Some.
Do you drink any alcohol? Yes, I drink some.
I drink some alcohol. So some can be used with uncountable noun, can be used with countable nouns too. They can go with both. The expressions of quantity in C can go with both countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Not any. No. Do you have any examples here?
Do
I
you
don't
use
drink
any
any
hot spices?
alcohol. Okay. Oh, do you drink any alcohol? Yes, I drink some. But I don't drink any red
I
wine.
don't drink
She
any red
doesn't
wine.
drink any red wine. She doesn't drink any red wine.
Red wine.
And no beer. Okay. No beer. So remember, the quantity expressions of quantity in C can be used with both countable and uncountable. A can only be used with uncountable. B can only be used with plural nouns. Much and many are not usually used in positive. This is something that you need to be careful about. Many and much are usually avoided in positive sentences. Instead of saying, I have many friends, you should say, I have a lot of friends. Got it? Avoid using many and much in positive sentences. Take a look. There are many books in my bag. Correction.
There are lots of
There are
books.
There are
There
lots of
are
books
a
in my
lot
bag.
of
There are
books
lots of
in my
books
bag.
in my bag.
A lot of books in my bag. There is much homework tonight.
There is
There is
a
a
lot of
lot of
A
them.
lot
homework
of
Lot
tonight.
homework.
There
of
is
books tonight.
a lot of homework tonight.
Homework. There is a lot.
So much, many, both can be replaced with the phrase a lot of, with both countable plural nouns and with uncountable nouns. No problems. Number three, which of these sentences is a request? That's a good question. Which of these two is a request? Do we have any orange juice? Can I have some orange juice?
Can I have some
Can I
orange
Can
juice?
I
have some?
have some orange juice?
I have
A
some orange
request.
juice is a request.
Request.
Got it? Can I have some orange juice is a request.
So I have
It's
a.
not a request, a question, inquiry. Yes, yes, Priya.
Is there any difference between a lot of or lots of?
No, no, not at all. A lot of and lots of are the same thing. You can say I have a lot of things to do. You can also say I have lots of things to do. There is no difference. A lot of, lots of. There is only one nuance about two. What is that? Sometimes, lot sounds a little more casual than a lot. Okay. A lot sounds a little more casual, more informal. That's the only thing. Otherwise, there is no difference in meaning, not at all. They are very much the same thing. I drink a lot of milk. I drink lots of milk. Okay. Grammar reference 4.1 on page number 145. The pages that I gave you, the extra pages, you have to go to page number 145. Expressions of quantity, countable and uncountable nouns. It is important to understand the difference between countable and uncountable nouns. If you don't understand, guys, you've got to put those pages back to the book. For that, you have to undo the binding, take the spring out, put the pages back at the back, and put the spring back on. That's what you need to do. It's a fun, thing to do for you because you have never done it before, I guess. So try it at home.
Which page number, sir?
Sorry, Anshu, which page number?
Yeah.
Is page number 145. Expressions of quantity. It is important to understand the difference between countable and uncountable nouns. As the name says, countable, we can count them. Uncountable, we cannot count them. Often students ask me, sir, stars, we cannot count them. We cannot count them means what? They are not countable or they are just too many that we cannot count them. Yeah, there is another word for them, innumerable. Number will cease and they will continue to exist. So innumerable, stars are innumerable, not uncountable. We can count them, but after a point, we will feel that we don't know these numbers. So we don't have those numbers to count the stars. So they are innumerable. Okay. Countable, uncountable. Very confusing, I think. Why? For two reasons. When we speak Hindi and our mother tongue looks at countable and uncountable nouns slightly differently. Yes, basic idea is the same. Pani cannot be counted. Okay, water cannot be counted. It's a material. Normally, when we are talking about food items, let's understand. In English, chip is a countable noun. All right, and that's why we have the plural form chips. Broccoli is uncountable. Cauliflower is countable. Cauliflower, it can be cauliflowers, plural, but broccoli is broccoli, no plural. Have you ever seen broccoli in the field? Have you seen broccoli in the fields? Anyone? No? Okay, let me show you broccoli.
Kind of green cauliflower.
Yeah. images. They're just like cauliflowers, you know. They're also surrounded by those green leaves, you know, just like cauliflower. Again, I have to explain because this is time. We are talking about countable and countable nouns. Let's start with tomatoes. Tomatoes are countable. We have one, then we have two, we have three. We can count them. We can count potatoes two, one, two, three. We can count onions one, two, three. Interestingly, in English, peas are also countable. Mutton. Okay. Peas. That's why we have the plural S. Singular is P. Plural is peas. Chips are countable. Plural. Chips is plural. A chip. A potato chip. Potato chips. Okay. Pasta is not countable though. Pasta is uncountable. So let's see. When I'm talking about watermelon, what do you think? Watermelon is countable or uncountable?
It's countable.
Of course they are. They have a shape, you know, fixed shape. You can have the idea of whole, one, and then another, two, three, right? But tell me, okay, pay attention, very serious attention to what I'm explaining. Everything else that you're doing is absolute waste of time. For you, the most important thing should be the explanation I'm giving. You saw me a little bit, uh, thinking about I have to explain this complicated idea. Now, think about eating watermelon. Do you eat watermelon or you eat watermelons?
Watermelon.
You eat
Watermelon.
watermelon, not watermelons. What do I mean? Have you ever seen anybody eating watermelons? No. In some cases, in specific cases, you can say, I ate two watermelons. All right. But that's rare. Right? People eat watermelon. Coconut is also countable, yes or no?
Yes.
Has a fixed shape. It gives you the idea of whole. So when it is whole, we will call it one. When it is another whole, we will call it two. Two coconuts, three coconuts, countable. Most of these food items are both countable and uncountable. When you think of them as a common noun, they are countable. But when you think of them as a material, they become material, uncountable. Coconut, nothing else compares to coconut. Coconut is unique, one idea. So it is uncountable too. Understand what I'm trying to say? Onion as a material is onion as a material, not as a common noun, as a vegetable thing. Okay. So the red shaped, like a lattu, that thing can be counted. But think about it. You're sliced onion, okay? Lots of onions you sliced, and you put. What is it now? It is onion. You made a paste of it. Now, what is inside? Onion. Onion. Is it garlic inside? Is there garlic inside? No, there isn't garlic inside. What is inside? Onion. So these food items can be considered, many of them are both countable and uncountable. Think of them as common nouns and they are countable. Think of them as material and they are uncountable. So it's okay to think of onion as countable and uncountable both. Yeah, they are. It is. Now, the problem is, why do we need to know this? Whether it is countable or uncountable? What's the point of getting that information? How does that help us? So, actually, in English, there are expressions which are only compatible with plural nouns, and there are expressions of quantity which are only compatible with uncountable nouns. Now, if you don't know the noun you're talking about is countable or uncountable, how will you choose the right expression of quantity? For example, you want to say thoda sa makhan. What will you say in English? A little bit of butter or a few butter?
A little bit.
A
Right.
little butter.
Understand? So the thing is, you know that butter is uncountable, so you will not use a few because a few is from group B, and group B is for countable nouns, plural. A few mangoes. I gave away a few mangoes to the children in my neighborhood. I gave away a few mangoes to the children in my neighborhood. Few mangoes, okay? Hmm. So mango as a common noun, yeah, countable. But mango can be a material too, isn't it? A material mango, as opposed to guava, as opposed to apple, material. So that will be uncountable. So when you are writing or speaking English, knowing that the noun you're using is countable or uncountable helps a lot. It helps in many ways. You can follow the grammar of English correctly if you know the noun is countable or uncountable. Let's go beyond food items. Let's talk about a word which is a common word, information. If you don't know whether the word information is if you don't know it is uncountable, you might end up saying, he gave me some informations. He gave me some but no, okay, he did not give me any useful informations. He did not give me any useful informations. Again, it is wrong because information is uncountable. So you should say, he did not give me any useful information. So not about just the food items. Like I told you, food items can be a good way to start talking about this topic. But there are nouns which are countable. There are nouns which are uncountable. And there are nouns which can be both countable and uncountable in different context. So the grammar help I can offer is this. When a noun is a common noun, it could be countable. But when a noun is a material noun, it is always uncountable. When a noun is a physical noun, it will be countable. When a noun is abstract, it will be uncountable. If it has a body, it is countable. If it doesn't have a body, it is uncountable. बात समझ में आ रही है थोड़ी बहुत? But there is no guarantee that you will not feel confused. Okay, even till date, I sometimes get confused about countable, uncountable. Not exact about the definition or the idea. Some about some nouns. If you have never heard a noun before, and it can be confusing. Think of the word accommodation. रहने की जगह. Accommodation. You cannot add s to it. It is uncountable. Think of the word traffic. Uncountable. Think of the word furniture. Uncountable. So let's see.
So, but we use
Broccoli.
furnitures, right?
Come again.
I'm saying that we use furnitures.
No, we don't. And if anybody does, he is violating the English grammar rule.
Okay.
There are lots of people who are not very careful of these things. We call it substandard use or the wrong use of English grammar. If you are preparing for an exam or something, you need to be told there could be a question with the word furnitures, and you would be asked to spot the error. Furnitures is an error. You should not say furnitures. Let me try and help you. Sparsh, connect with me. See, what is furniture? First of all, what does furniture mean?
Something made from wood.
Come on, come on, guys. Tell me what is furniture?
Something made from wood.
Okay. Yeah. I was a child and I was also told the same thing that Shubhankar said, something made of wood. Okay. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be wooden. It doesn't have to be wooden. If it is wooden, we'll wooden furniture. Wooden furniture. But it doesn't have to be wooden. Okay. Have you heard this phrase? A well furnished house? A well? What
Furnished
does
house.
it mean? A well furnished house? What does it mean?
When the house has all the furnitures.
Furniture, not furnitures. Again, Priya, you have to stop using
Sorry.
furnitures.
Sorry.
Can
Yeah.
we say piece of pieces of?
Yes, yes, of course. Uncountable nouns are made countable this way. Okay. I'm coming to that. Okay. Listen, everybody. First of all, think of a house, the wall, the doors, the windows, everything, but nothing else inside. Can you live in that house? You need more. The things that you need to make a house livable, that's called furniture. A
Come
bed,
again, sir.
a table, a sofa, a chair, a desk. Understand? The movable objects that you use in a house, the movable objects that you have in a house that make the house livable, that will be part of furniture. Now, that's what I'm saying. It comes from there. Okay, a well furnished house is an idea opposed to just a building with a wall and the window and the door. Understand? That is not a well furnished house. Well furnished house has the objects, the things that you need to make a house livable. Got it? Livable, you understand when I'm using the word livable? You can live in that house. Somebody gives you a house, nothing else. How will you live in that house? You need the bed, the sofa, the chair, the desk, other things, the cupboard. So these things are part of the furniture. Now tell me, everything that I'm saying is a name. Bed, a table, a desk, all these things are nouns. Okay? But when you put them together, this category is called furniture. All right, guys? All these things together as an idea, just as an idea, not a thing, as an idea, it is called furniture. If you touch the thing, you will call them, oh, it's a bed, oh, it's a table, it's a chair, it's a desk. Understand? But when you put them together and you want to give this category a name, then you call it furniture. So furniture is just an idea. Got it? It's not a physical thing. And that's why there's no plural to it. You can't make plural of furniture. Okay, next. What else I was talking about? Okay, let me give another example which might help you understand this idea better. You are on the road, you see trucks, you see bikes, you see cars, you see rickshaws, you see bicycles, you see auto rickshaws. All these things together, all these things, okay, are called traffic. Traffic. So traffic is just an idea. You can't touch a car and say it is traffic. You can't touch a bike and say it is traffic. It is a car. Got it? It is a bike. But together, all those things running on the road, together, they are called traffic. The traffic is just an idea. It's not a physical thing. And that's why it is uncountable. As simple as that. Accommodation, I said, okay, think about it. You live in houses. Inaya, you live in houses, you live in palaces, you live in bungalows, you live in flats, you live in cottages, right? All these things together, and we can give this category a name: accommodation. If a company offers you a job with free accommodation, it means they will either give you a flat or a house or a bungalow, or a cottage, something to live in. So they will offer you accommodation. So understand, the members have their names of the category, and the category has a name which is uncountable. Let me tell you: apples, bananas, oranges, and put this all these things together. Give it a name. What is
Fruit.
it? Fruit,
Fruit.
uncountable in English. Got it? It is uncountable in English. I eat a lot of fruit, I eat a lot of fruits. I eat a lot
Lot
of
of
fruit. I eat a lot of fruit. So, no, this is how it is. I try to help you understand why these nouns are uncountable. They refer to a category only. And it is an idea only. It is an abstract idea. It's not a thing that you can touch. You cannot count it. Got it? But it's not that simple. Fruit can be countable too when you're talking about kinds. Milk can be countable when you're talking about kinds. Yeah. Waters can be plural, but it's a different thing. Waters is not a plural of water. It is like area of water, like talab, nadi, waters. Okay. Especially when we use the word waters when we are referring to a land and what those areas of water associated with that land. Okay. Anyways, coming back to the main idea, countable and uncountable can be pretty tricky, very tricky. And sometimes people don't realize that they don't understand what they're saying. I would rather be a bit confused than having no idea at all. You know what I mean? This is why I'm sharing this with you. Like, if I don't talk about it, you will be very confidently using all sorts of expressions. Many times you'll be wrong. I don't want to be so oblivious, ignorant. It's better to know a little bit and be a bit confused rather than, know nothing and be so confident that I'm all right, I'm just getting everything correct. So, countable, uncountable. These expressions of quantity, in English, we have different expressions of quantity. हिंदी में देखते हैं थोड़ा सा, थोड़े से लड़के, कुछ कुछ लड़के, थोड़ा सा पानी, कुछ कुछ पानी, कोई टेंशन नहीं. And that's why this is tricky for us Hindi speakers, because we do not have to deal with this. You go to buy onions and you say to the shopkeeper, 2 किलो प्याज दे दीजिए. ठीक है, fine. प्याज कैसे है? ठीक है, कितने का है? सॉरी, वो पूछेगा कितना प्याज दे दे. वो क्या पूछेगा आपसे दुकानदार? कितना प्याज दे दे. फिर आप गए दूध लाने, उसने वही पूछा कितना दूध दे दे. आप आटा लाने जाते, वो पूछता है कितना आटा दे दे. सब में कौन सा वर्ड है? इट डजंट मैटर. तो हमारे पास हिंदी में खाली सी वाला ग्रुप. वी कैन यूज आवर एक्सप्रेशंस ऑफ क्वांटिटी विद बोथ काउंटेबल एंड अनकाउंटेबल नाउन्स. हम लोग अपने एक्सप्रेशंस ऑफ क्वांटिटी हिंदी वाले दोनों के साथ एक जैसे यूज करते हैं. एंड दैट्स व्हाई व्हेन वी हैव टू चूज, इट्स अ लिटिल ट्रिकी. क्योंकि आदत नहीं बचपन से चुनने की, इसके साथ ये करो, उसके साथ वो करो. एंड सडनली इन इंग्लिश वी हैव टू डू इट. थोड़ा सा दूध, थोड़ा सा प्याज. ठीक है. So, what do I say? Let's go to the book and see what we have to read next. देखें, countable nouns: a cup, a girl, an apple, an egg, a pound. Easy ideas से शुरू कर रहे हो. Okay, you can definitely change them into plural. A cup can be 2 cups, can be a girl, 2 girls is also possible. An apple, 2 apples, an egg, 2 eggs, a pound, 2 pounds. But water, how will you say 1 water, 2 waters, 3 waters? You can't. How can you say 1 sugar, 2 sugars, 3 sugars? लेकिन किसी जगह पर आपको जब कोई कॉन्वर्सेशन में आ गया, जस्ट 2 sugars प्लीज, अब बोलेंगे क्या पढ़ाए तो सर थे, शुगर इज अनकाउंटेबल, ये क्या बोल रहा है, जस्ट 2 sugars प्लीज. Cubes, cubes. Some people use cubes of sugar. They come as big cubes, and you count them, 1 cube, 2 cube. लेकिन बोलने वाले लोग कैसे बोल जाते हैं, नेटिव स्पीकर्स, 2 sugars please, मतलब 2 cubes of sugar. लेकिन वो उतना बोल नहीं, बोलेंगे 2 sugars. तो ये एडवांस लेवल पे जाके ये सब चीजें सीखनी पड़ती हैं. What did you tell me? What? White. Next, milk. Uncountable. How can you count milk? Next, music. Listen, we can count music. Gaane, we can count songs, not music. Money. Some people say, money to count kar sakte hai. You can count rupiah, you can count dollars, you can count currency, not money. Got it? Problem होती है when we don't understand the meaning of the word properly, correctly. So it's a bit difficult to decide. हमें बचपन में बड़ी मुश्किल होती थी, रोटी, bread. Bread कैसे uncountable? Bread is countable or uncountable?
Uncountable.
Uncountable. ब्रेड मतलब बता दी रोटी हमें. अब रोटी तो हम जानते हैं गिनते हैं 2 रोटी 4 रोटी, तो ब्रेड को कैसे अनकाउंटेबल बोलते हैं? बट ब्रेड इज अनकाउंटेबल बिकॉज ब्रेड डजंट मीन रोटी. Roti is a type of bread, but not exactly what they say bread. They make bread in an oven. Do we make roti in an oven? No. So clearly it is different. We make roti on the pan. Can they make bread on the pan? No. So the bread they make is uncountable because it doesn't have a fixed shape that can be considered whole. You make dough, okay? आप डो बनाते हो, अभी जितना आटा उतना डो बड़ा बनेगा. If you have 1 kilo of wheat flour, then your dough will be of a certain size. But if you have 2 kilos, 3 kilos of dough, wheat flour, then the dough is going to be bigger size. And if you have a bigger, oven, you can put the whole thing at once, and you can have a big loaf of bread. जो पूरा निकल के आता है उसको क्या कहते हैं? Loaf. L-O-A-F, loaf. And then you slice that loaf. You slice that loaf, and then you can count the slices. But वो idea है bread, वो चीज है bread, जो सामान खा रहे हैं. That's why it is uncountable. आप count कर सकते हैं slices. You can count loaves. Plural करेंगे तो F को V पे बना देंगे, loaves. Okay? Got it? Yes. So loaves of bread, slices of bread. लेकिन bread cannot be breads. It is uncountable. तो noun में थोड़ी confusion इसलिए होती है whether they are countable or uncountable because many times we don't understand their actual meaning. आप मुझे बताइए. Yogurt. Yogurt is countable or uncountable? Uncountable. Okay, it's a material. Like you might hear in a conversation 2 yogurts. तो वो क्या बोल रहे हैं? 2 packets. तो जो हमें समझना है उसको डाउट नहीं करने लग जाएंगे. We will use our imagination to make sense of what we are getting to hear. I hope you understand. We will not jump to conclusion कि हम गलत सीख गए और ऐसा वैसा कुछ. Okay?
Like in Hindi, we say, please do chai, do
3
ice
गो
cream.
चाय. Right, Shubhankar. Very good example. 3 गो चाय देना. 3 गो चाय मतलब क्या था? 3 cups of tea. If you have any questions, any thoughts, any ideas in your head, you want to share with me and share freely. There will be no judgment coming your way. Okay? There will be only explanation because I understand this is a tricky idea. I myself understood these things much, much later in my life. As long as I was dependent on the Indian teachers and Indian books, I could never grasp the idea of countable, uncountable beyond a basic level. That cup countable है, water uncountable, बस इससे ज़्यादा नहीं जा पाया मैं. Okay, tell me, don't you think teachers still teach Ram eats a mango? और इसका हिंदी क्या बोलते हैं वो? राम आम खाता नहीं, एक आम खाता नहीं बोलते कोई टीचर. राम टीचर बोलते हैं राम आम खाता है, इंग्लिश करो राम ईट्स मैंगो. ठीक है, राम ईट्स मैंगोज, क्योंकि ये नेचुरल सेंटेंस है इंग्लिश में. आम खाता है, आम को मना नहीं करता है. हम दूध पीते हैं, दूध को मना नहीं करते हैं. ये जो जनरल आइडियाज बताने हैं, इसमें एक सिंपल फॉर्मूला है. इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट काउंटेबल नाउन्स, यूज द प्लूरल. टमाटर आपके स्वास्थ्य के लिए बहुत अच्छी चीज है. इंग्लिश,
Tomatoes are
Speak.
for your health.
Where is the verb? Tomatoes are good for you. Understand? Tomatoes are. ये natural होगा. क्यों? Because we are talking about a countable noun. Natural बोलना है, तो tomatoes are good for you. लेकिन यही बात दूध के लिए बोलना है कि दूध अच्छा होता है आपके लिए, स्वास्थ्य के लिए. तो milk is good for you.
Milk
Basic,
is good for you.
very basic idea. तो मुझे जानना है कि मुझे बोलना था कि टमाटर लाल होता है. Then how do I say this?
Tomatoes are red.
Tomatoes are red. Tomatoes are simple है. Tomatoes are red. लेकिन यही बात बोलना है, दूध सफेद होता है, तो milk is white. Tomato is red क्यों नहीं बोलते जैसे milk is white बोले? But simple है आंसर. Tomatoes are countable nouns. So when we are talking about them in general, we usually prefer the plural form. But there are some nouns where we don't do that. Generally we do. Got it? चलिए एक और ले लेते हैं. नींबू ये पीला होता है, तो कैसे बोलना है? Lemons are yellow. Orange,
Yellow.
संतरा में बहुत सा विटामिन सी होता है. Oranges have a lot of vitamin C.
Yes.
हालांकि इस बात को 3 तरह से बताया जा सकता है. प्लीज लिसन. Oranges are full of vitamin C. Oranges have a lot of vitamin C. Oranges पे ध्यान दीजिए, वो एक है, एक एग्जांपल. आप द ऑरेंज करके बोल सकते हैं. द ऑरेंज इज अ गुड सोर्स ऑफ विटामिन सी. ये सेंटेंस द ऑरेंज बोल के एब्स्ट्रैक्ट ऑरेंज की बात कर रहा है, ना कि ऑरेंज द फ्रूट. आइडिया, ऑरेंज एक आइडिया है ना, तो ऑरेंज, द ऑरेंज इज फुल ए गुड सोर्स ऑफ विटामिन सी. ये एजुकेशन, फॉर्मल, एकेडमिक सोर्स में ये सेंटेंस ज्यादा क्या नेचुरल लगेगा. प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि हम लोग अलग अलग रजिस्टर को नहीं अप्रिशिएट करते. एक बातचीत कर रहा है दो लोग आपस में और वो बोलना चाहते हैं पता है ऑरेंज में बहुत विटामिन सी होता है, वो ऐसे बोलेगा ऑरेंजेस आर फुल ऑफ विटामिन सी. ओके, ऑरेंजेस आर अ गुड सोर्स ऑफ विटामिन सी. लेकिन यही एक साइंस जर्नल में ये बात लिखी जाए तो ज्यादा नेचुरल है लिखना द ऑरेंज इज अ गुड सोर्स ऑफ विटामिन सी. यहाँ दी ऑरेंज से भी हो गया सारे ऑरेंज की बात, लेकिन एक एब्स्ट्रैक्ट सेंस में. सामने ऑरेंज की रख करके फिजिकल सेंस में उसकी बात नहीं कर रहे. बात समझ में आ रही है मेरी? द ऑरेंज बोल के आप क्या बात कर रहे हैं? ऑरेंज का एक एब्स्ट्रैक्ट सेंस में बात कर रहे हैं, जो कि साइंस में बहुत नॉर्मल हो सकता है करने को. इसीलिए कई बार द प्लस सिंगुलर काउंटेबल नाउन कैन रेफर टू द होल क्लास इन एन एब्स्ट्रैक्ट वे. और एक और तरीका है, an orange is a good source of vitamins. ये भी सही है, correct है, grammatically correct है, nothing wrong. But this is not how people will use this sentence in their conversation. They will not say an orange is a good source of vitamins. They will say oranges are. Oranges are. इसीलिए Ram eats a mango is grammatically absolutely correct, but it is not a natural sentence. अगर आपको बताना है कि राम आम को मना नहीं करेगा, then you need to say Ram eats mangoes. हम संतरा नहीं खाते हैं. English, I don't eat oranges. हम दूध नहीं पीते हैं. I don't drink milk. हम चिकन नहीं खाते हैं. I don't eat chicken because chicken is uncountable, the meat. That's called chicken. Okay. So countable and uncountable matters. जैसे मैंने बताने की कोशिश की है, I hope you have got a little better understanding of things. Maybe you are more confused than before. I will not mind that. कोई बात नहीं है, अगर आप थोड़े confused हैं तो कभी-कभी you know first confusion comes and then clarity. We will talk about your confusions. If you have any questions in your mind, you can feel free to ask. This is a topic which is considered very easy, but it is not that easy. Like I just explained, how the orange is also the whole group, all oranges. Oranges also refers to all oranges. An orange can also refer to the whole group. When I say an orange, a girl is fickle. It means I'm talking about one girl. I'm talking about girls in general. But ये उतना natural नहीं है बातचीत में जितना कौन girls are fickle. लड़कियां तुरंत दिमाग बदल देती हैं अपना. Girls change their mind very quickly. Girls are fickle. मैं believe नहीं करता, बस English बोल रहा हूँ. I mean, girls, boys, they're both fickle. Some of us are fickle, some of us are less fickle. Fickle means someone who changes their opinion very quickly. Fickle. Fickle-minded. Okay. Take a look. Countable nouns can be singular or plural. Countable nouns are found in two forms, singular and plural. This cup is full. These cups are empty. Cups, two forms. But uncountable nouns, they're always in one form, and that is singular form. Milk, you don't have milk. The water is cold. The weather was terrible. Uncountable nouns. Don't use them in the plural form. So, कई बार क्या होता है? There are nouns which do not change their form in the plural. For example, sheep, SHEEP, भेड़, इसका प्लूरल भी sheep होता है. तो कुछ लोग लगता है ये अनकाउंटेबल. नहीं नहीं, भेड़ तो गिने जा सकते हैं ना भाई. एक भेड़, दो भेड़ तो अपने अपने कैसे कर लिया कि वो अनकाउंटेबल है? कॉमन सेंस. शीप को गिन सकते हैं, गोट की तरह गिन सकते हैं ना. बट इट इज एन इरेगुलर नाउन. शीप इज एन इरेगुलर नाउन. और इरेगुलर इस वजह से उसमें एस नहीं है. इरेगुलर समझते हो, जो फॉलो नहीं करेगा पैटर्न. Most nouns, 99% nouns, countable nouns, will take S. They are regular. 1% they are irregular. Fish is another example. There are a lot of fish in this pond. There are a lot of fish in this pond. R मैंने बोला है, ध्यान रखो. There are a lot of fish. It means it is plural. It is not uncountable. Fish uncountable होगा when we are looking at it as material, खाने वाली चीज, material. Fish is a good source of protein. तो हम कौन से जानवर की बात ना करके fish meat की बात कर रहे हैं. जैसे hen के मीट को चिकन बोल देते हैं, काऊ के मीट को बीफ बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन फिश के मीट का दूसरा नाम रखा है क्या? No. So that's why when I say fish, तो fish का मीट भी तो बोल रहे हैं. Fish is a good source of protein. वो जानवर is a good source of protein. Or the meat of fish. Think an answer. कौन सा चीज is a good source of protein? The meat. वो uncountable ही होएगा ना, इसलिए fish is a good source of protein. And there are a lot of fish in this pond. यहाँ पर are, वहाँ पे is, दोनों में fish. एक में uncountable, एक में plural. कह रहे ढेर सारी मछलियां हैं इस तालाब में. Obviously मछलियां हैं ढेर सारी, गिन सकते हैं 10, 5,000, 2,000. There are a lot of fish. Uncountable नहीं है ये. एक irregular noun है जिसमें s की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. इसमें भी एक और कॉम्प्लिकेशन क्या है? फिशेस पॉसिबल हैं जब हम बात कर रहे हो टाइप्स की, कैटेगरीज की. I have 2 fishes in my aquarium. ये नहीं मैं गिन के 2 बता रहा हूं, नहीं, 2 तरह की मछलियां हैं मेरे एक्वेरियम में. I have 2 fishes in my aquarium. मतलब आप वहां ये मत सोचना 2 फिश दिखेंगी. 2 तरह के फिश दिखे. हो सकता है 6, 8, 10, 12 फिश, लेकिन वो 2 तरह के फिश. 5, 6 एक तरह की, 5, 6 एक तरह. I have 2 fishes in my aquarium. तो it gets a little complicated. अब बताइए ये सब चीजें कौन जानना चाहेगा इतना डिटेल में? कोई जानना नहीं चाहता, टू बी ऑनेस्ट. इट्स दिमाग का दही. But some students have to learn, otherwise they will lose marks in exams. And those who speak English casually, they don't care about accuracy so much. It's okay. They will say there are a lot of fishes in this pond. क्या दिक्कत है? बात तो समझ में आई गई ना? बात तो समझ में आई गई ना? तो ये कुछ ऐसी चीजें जो they will not affect the meaning as much. Even if you use the wrong grammar, the meaning will still be very much the same. Only the only problem is people will think of your English as substandard. Incorrect. If you care about your image, then you have to be correct. If you don't care, ignore the whole class, today's class. जो बोलते रहते हो बोलते रहो, कोई टेंशन. Sometimes we learn English, some lessons in the class are to help you improve your fluency, your ability to express yourself. And these lessons are only for better accuracy. Even without these lessons, you can express yourself, but maybe not as accurately as you want to. Grammar won't be correct. So it's a personal choice whether you need it or not. If there is a woman, let's say Yasmin ma'am is here, and she's learning English just to socialize, just to socialize. She doesn't need to be as correct as somebody who's preparing for an exam like you, Sikandar. So your requirements are very different. Let's continue. Much and many. Much is used with countable, many is used with, much is used with uncountable, much is used with plural. Don't say countable. Say plural so that there is no confusion. Many is used with plural. You can never use many with a singular noun, as simple as that. How many boys? How many rotis? There aren't many chairs. You cannot use many with singular. So how many brother and sister do you have is right or wrong? How many brother and sister do you have?
Right.
Wrong.
That's right.
Because you are using the singular noun. How many brothers and sisters do you have? Got it? अभी just बताया मैंने. You cannot use the word many with singular noun. तो बताइए much और many के बीच अभी से कैसे बोलेंगे? क्या फर्क है much और many में? Much is used with
Uncountable.
uncountable. Many is used with नहीं बोलिए, confusion रह जाएगा. Many is used with plural nouns. Many is used with plural nouns. It's easy to remember this way. Brothers. First time I said brother. Didn't you notice that? I said, how many brother and sister do you have? Second time I said, how many brothers and sisters do you have? आपके कितने बैंक अकाउंट्स हैं? How many bank accounts? Or account? Accounts.
Accounts do you have?
Accounts do you have? How many people were at the party? People, plural. How many people were at the party? I didn't take many photos, plural. Some and any. Some is used in positive sentences. You know that? Some is used in, and any is used in negative and questions. Negative and questions. Got it? Let's see. Is there any sugar in this tea? Is there? Question. Is there any sugar in this tea? इस चाय में चीनी मिला हुआ है क्या? Is there any? तुम्हारे बॉटल में पानी है क्या? Do you have any water in your bottle? It's an inquiry. It's an और अगर रिक्वेस्ट होगा तो आप some यूज कर सकते हैं. Do you have some water? Means in a way मैं मांग रहा हूँ. हालांकि स्टैंडर्ड तरीका नहीं. Can I have some water from your bottle? That's a better request. Okay. चलिए देखते हैं एक बार. थोड़ा सा चीनी चाहिए था. I'd like some sugar. I'd like some sugar. Positive. Positive sentences, some. Negative and questions, any. That's the difference between some and any. Is there any sugar in this tea? Have you got any brothers and sisters? Have you got any? We don't have any washing up liquid. We don't have any दूध नहीं है. We don't have any milk left. We don't have any milk left. I didn't buy any apples. मैंने सेब तो खरीदा ही नहीं. I didn't buy any apples. मैंने आम तो खरीदे ही नहीं. I didn't buy any mangoes. मैंने घी तो खरीदा ही नहीं. I didn't buy any ghee. I had better make sure that those pages are back in the book, okay, tomorrow. Help your sister, okay, with that as well. Maybe she is too young to do it. You can help her, okay? Any and some, basic difference. Some is used in positive, any is used in negative and questions. But some can be used in questions if that question is a request or an offer. Or an offer. मैं आपको would you like some coffee? Offer कर रहे हैं हम आपको coffee. Would you like some? Yeah. Can I have some cake? Offer a request. Request. Can I have some cake? मांग रहे. Request. Can I have any cake? Nah. Like question है any use करेंगे. No. It's not a real question. This is a question with a question mark, but it's actually a request. Can I have some cake? Would you like some tea? It's an offer. Somebody comes to your house. Would you like some tea? अच्छा, जो भी rules बताए some or any के लिए, those rules will apply on all the words with some and any. Whether you say someone, something, somewhere, anyone, anything, anywhere, the same rules will apply. Positive sentences, some, negative and question, any. अगर किसी को doubt है, if someone has a doubt or if anyone has a doubt, if anyone has a doubt, ask now. If के साथ anyone लगाना, if के साथ ये ग्रामर का रूल है. अगेन किसी ने क्लास बातचीत के दौरान एक पार्टी बोला if someone has any if someone wants to drink beer they can go to that counter. तो कोई किसी को क्या परेशानी होगी भाई, बातचीत कर रहे हैं. लेकिन in an exam you have to say if anybody wants to drink wine or beer there is a counter for them over there. ठीक है दोस्तों. there look हिंदी में भी कुछ रूल्स होते हैं जो हम लोग उतना बोलचाल में ऑब्जर्व नहीं करते. कुछ रूल्स ओके. जैसे आपसे किसी ने पूछा आप कैसे हैं, आप बताए अच्छे हैं. आप अच्छे हैं नहीं बोल करके सही जवाब नहीं दे रहे. आपको बोलना चाहिए हम ठीक हैं. बोले ये क्या गलत हो गया अच्छे बोलने से. आप अच्छे बोलने से अपने आप को कैरेक्टर सर्टिफिकेट दे रहे हैं. अच्छा का मतलब वो नहीं होता जो आप समझ रहे थे. अच्छा मतलब होता है कैरेक्टर वाइज अच्छा. वो एक अच्छी लड़की, वो एक अच्छा लड़का है. आप कैसे हैं, हम अच्छे हैं. अपने अपने आप को क्या दे दिया. कोई परवाह करता है इस चीज की बोलचाल में. बट दिस मैटर्स व्हेन यू आर डूइंग एन एग्जाम इन हिंदी. फॉरेन लर्नर्स ये सवाल पूछे जाते हैं उनसे, हिंदी के जो लर्नर्स हैं, हाउ आर यू, मतलब हिंदी में कैसे हैं आप. और वहां पर ऑप्शन में अच्छे हैं ठीक है दोनों लिखा होता है. और उनको कौन सा चुनना है. नहीं सर ठीक है चुनना होता है.
Sir, we can use countable and uncountable noun after any.
Yeah, उसके में दो some and any are friendly with both. They don't differentiate. भाई आजा, plural भी आजा, uncountable भी आजा. Some water, some boys, some sugar, some fans. Some fans make more noise. Okay. Yeah. His fan sound is as noisy as a generator. Oh my goodness. Not as noisy. Not? Okay. Next. So sum और any के लिए rules बहुत simple है. Negative and questions, any, positive, some. And this rule applies for all the words related to some and any. Somewhere. I didn't go somewhere, I didn't go anywhere. Which is correct?
I didn't go anywhere.
I didn't go anywhere.
Negative, I didn't go. Negative. I didn't go. Okay, be careful, pay attention. I know, well, we are recording today's class, and I'm definitely going to share today's recording because you may have to watch this again. Okay, yeah. Well, next. A few and a little. The same. A few is used with countable, let's say plural, just like many. A few is used with plural nouns. A little is used with uncountable nouns. There are a few biscuits left, but not many. There are a few biscuits left. Tony, I only have a little time. I only have a little time. मेरे पास थोड़ा सा पैसा है. I only have a little money. Okay? मेरे पास बस थोड़े से बादाम हैं. I only have a few almonds because you can count them. वो peanuts वाला भी हो तो पर भी वही बोलना पड़ेगा. I only have a few peanuts. ये ट्रिकी है हिंदी स्पीकर्स के लिए क्योंकि वी डोंट डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन काउंटेबल एंड अनकाउंटेबल. हिंदी में बोलना थोड़ा सा बादाम, थोड़ा सा दूध, थोड़ा सा टमाटर, सब थोड़ा सा या कुछ. बट इन इंग्लिश a few, a little. A few is used with many. याद रख पाएंगे? A few is used with, अच्छा, don't use the word few. CBSE students have this tendency. I've heard a lot of them. Few. I don't know where they learn this. गलत है. That's wrong perception. A few means good, not few. A few refers to a small number. Few girls came uninvited. A few girls came uninvited. A few girls. A lot, lots of. We use a lot of or lots of with both countable and uncountable. That's why there is no confusion between. अब जब दोनों को यूज कर ही सकते हैं, आराम से करते रहते हैं, no issues. There is a lot of butter. बहुत सारा है, मक्खन ढेर सारा है. There is a lot of butter. There is a lot of butter. I've got lots of friends. I've got lots of friends. There is no difference in meaning. A lot, lots can be used in questions too. Yeah. Are there lots of tourists in your country? Are there lots of tourists in your country? There isn't a lot of butter. नहीं है ज़्यादा. But there is enough. लेकिन इतना हो जाएगा. But there is enough. लेकिन हम ये नहीं कहेंगे काफ़ी है. देखो मेरी ट्रांसलेशन काफ़ी ऐसे नहीं आई. मैंने कहा लेकिन इतना है कि हो जाएगा. I always try to give you extra. All right. हम हमेशा कोशिश करते हैं कि आपको सेंस दें. रट्टू तोता नहीं. सारे वर्ड अगर बिहार स्टेट के सारे बच्चों को खड़ा करके एक वर्ड बोला जाए कि 1 2 3 के बाद जवाब देना है. इनफ के हिंदी सब एक साथ बोलेंगे एक वर्ड. कौन सा? काफी. और उन सब को फंसा सकते हो आप यूसेस में इनफ के क्योंकि वो वर्ड रट जाते हैं खाली काफी. जितना जरूरत है उतना इज कॉल्ड इनफ. इनफ मीन्स जितना जरूरत है उतना. ठीक है. जितना जरूरत है उतना इज इनफ. जरूरत से ज्यादा इज प्लेंटी. जरूरत से ज्यादा इज प्लेंटी. हाँ बहुत है. जितना जरूरत उससे ज्यादा ही हो जाएगा. वी हैव टू. नहीं, जरूरत से कम इज नॉट इनफ. कोई वर्ड नहीं होंगे. इनसफिशिएंट. यस, नॉट इनफ. क्वाइट इज ठीक ठाक है और ये डिपेंड करता है टोन पे बोलने वाले. ठीक है. इसका मतलब दोनों हो सकता है, कभी कभी तो इसका मतलब होता है पूरी तरह से 100%। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अभी एक बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड आइडिया हो जाएगा। एडजेक्टिव्स दो तरह के होते हैं, एक एब्सोल्यूट एडजेक्टिव होता है, समझते हो एब्सोल्यूट एडजेक्टिव कैसे बताऊं? ओके, देयर इज नो डिग्री टू दैट एडजेक्टिव। बेटा डेड डेड होता है, थोड़ा सा मरा हुआ, ज्यादा मरा हुआ, इससे ज्यादा, उससे ज्यादा, ऐसा हो सकता है। बड़ा तो हो सकता है ना, उससे ज्यादा बड़ा, इससे ज्यादा बड़ा, थोड़ा सा बड़ा, थोड़ा ऐसे कर सकते हैं, बहुत बड़ा। लेकिन मरा तो बस मरा, या तो जिंदा। तो अलाइव और डेड भी एडजेक्टिव हैं, लेकिन बिग से तो अलग है ना। प्लीज ट्राई एंड अंडरस्टैंड। बिग में क्या है? डिग्री है। बिग, स्मॉल, हॉट, ये सब में डिग्री है। हॉट, इंडिया इज हॉटर देन इंग्लैंड, बट सऊदी अरेबिया इज हॉटर देन इंडिया। तो देख रहे हैं इसमें डिग्री है, बट कुछ में डिग्री नहीं है। जैसे मैंने कहा डेड, तो डेड डेड है भाई। परफेक्ट, तो जब परफेक्ट है तो ऊपर नीचे क्या होएगा फिर उसमें? परफेक्ट इज एन एडजेक्टिव, बट मोर परफेक्ट नहीं हो सकता ना। अब परफेक्ट हो गया तो परफेक्ट हो गया। So some adjectives are, there is a word we use for them. You know, they are non-gradable adjectives. We call them non-gradable. उसको ग्रेड नहीं करते, आगे पीछे नहीं करते, बस है तो है। Alive तो alive. Got it? Unconscious है, तो more unconscious और less unconscious हो सकता है क्या? तो these are non-gradable adjectives. तो non-gradable adjective से अगर आपने quite बोल दिया, it means completely 100% ट्रू, या तो सच है या तो सच नहीं है। बीच में क्या होता है? अलग बात हम लोगों ने आजकल बनाया हाफ ट्रू। ओके, ठीक है, बट समथिंग इज आइदर ट्रू और इट इज नॉट ट्रू। ओके, तो अगर मैंने कहा क्वाइट ट्रू, तो इट इज कंप्लीटली ट्रू, 100%। जबकि क्वाइट बिग मतलब ठीक ठाक पड़ा, बहुत नहीं है लेकिन ठीक है, हो जाएगा। क्वाइट बिग, राइट? तो क्वाइट कैन चेंज इट्स मीनिंग डिपेंडिंग ऑन इसको किसके साथ यूज कर रहे हो। He is more truthful than you. He is, because here we are talking about frequency of truth, speaking the truth. मतलब तुम 10 बार सच बोलते हो, ये 20 बार सच बोलता होगा टाइप, you know? I hope you understand. Let's see. अभी रात है, या तो सच है या तो सच नहीं है, बीच में हो सकता है क्या? तो that's why true is a non-gradable adjective. True is a non-gradable adjective. मैं जिंदा हूं, मैं छोटी छोटी जिंदा, मैं एक टीचर हूं, या तो सच हो गया या तो सच, बीच में थोड़ी हो जाएगा, राइट? थोड़ा सा ज्यादा थोड़ी होगा। तो ट्रू इज ऑल्सो ए नॉन ग्रेडेबल एडजेक्टिव। नॉन ग्रेडेबल एडजेक्टिव का भी आइडिया थोड़ा बहुत समझ में आया? विल डिस्कस दीज थिंग्स फर्दर मोर, नो हरी, just enjoy being in the class. I have this idea that all the things that you need to know so that you can feel confident about the uses of English, you know, I'll bring here to the table in this course. And we will continue tomorrow. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye, sir.
Bye. See ya.